All right, so the next section I want to talk about with you young people is internet forums, online forums. We all see these, and we go into school and we're taught, fill this out, put your name at the top of the paper. And as education moves online, you're literally taught and trained to fill out everything that pops up in front of you. Well, what if that's a phishing scam email? What if it's some pop-up that just, I don't know, okay, well, I'll give it whatever it wants. Or you visit a website and it's like, sign in here for extra tips or tricks or whatever else. Do you need to fill something in? This is a fascinating point because we need to ask ourselves a couple of interesting questions. I have some notes figured out, but Vince, give me your initial thoughts on this.
I I don't have too many thoughts. I mean, I've been myself almost caught out by phishing scams. Some of them look so real,
Mm-hmm.
especially banking ones and some other ones. I think it goes to just general online safety education. This is not just, I think, for young people. It's across the board for
Mm-hmm.
anyone. For your elderly parents, down to your young people.
Mm-hmm.
Even some people who are probably quite savvy probably have stories to tell of being caught out.
Yeah.
I don't know what the answer is. How else would you get people to send in information that you might require?
Well, okay, so here's where I'm coming from. Maybe you're misunderstanding where
Hmm.
I'm trying to go with this.
Hmm.
So you visit some random website, you get a form pops up in front of you. Of course, this is what every marketing company does. And like, I wonder if they actually consult with the real world users, because I'm more inclined to close an entire website than to try and figure out how to close your form, which doesn't close easily. I've clicked the X 15 times. Would you close your stupid form? I'm not interested. But we're conditioned. What I'm saying is that this online education is conditioning us to fill out everything that pops up in front of our head. Number one, is it important to fill out this form? Number two, is it important to fill out everything on this form? So if it's something like, okay, I'm going to go in and I'm going to fill out a form. I'm going to go and buy something online. Sure, we need to give up some form of data in order to engage in that argument or that individual sale or whatever else we're doing. The question is every piece of information on that form required? There's
Right.
You got to check for the asterisk. If it doesn't have an asterisk, leave it blank. Okay. But it also asks, why is it important to fill out this form to begin with? And this is an important thing because you can access things like a good example just off my head, Plex, right? At least as of the time I'm recording this, you can watch any movie and any TV program on Plex without an account. Why do you want an account again? Sure, you can purchase Plex if you want the commercial free experience. I'm more inclined to say, hey, you want to give me a free option? I'll not turn on an ad blocker and give you some ad revenue. I'm all right with that. I'm okay with that. I'd rather preserve my privacy, watch an ad, and consume content without me having to pay out for it. Or pay them, give them the data that they want, and then I can watch stuff on their platform for free. But why would I create the free account? Just that's the type of
Right.
thing
I
I'm
mean,
thinking
so if I get what you're saying is it's giving some thought as to what you're doing and what you're giving out,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Beforehand, and not doing it as a reflex because it's just something that you do because they asked.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, if you understand maybe the benefits of signing up for Plex might be to, I don't know, sync your watch history
Mm-hmm.
or have recommendations. If you
Yeah,
understand
I
that and you
guess
want
that's
that,
sure. Yeah. And
yeah.
also, you would
But yeah,
create a
you've got to
Plex
understand
account.
it.
If you have your own Plex server, you can create a Plex account and connect your server and give your friends access to your media files over the internet. Those are the valid reasons for doing it. It was just a good example that if you're not doing that kind of stuff. But if you do have a Plex server, guys, make sure you update it. There was a big security vulnerability in Plex this last week. So
Uh-oh.
I won't talk about it anywhere else. Just look it up. Plex, if that applies to you, look up that Plex vulnerability and patch your servers, guys. But anyway. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to say about forms. Just good and simple, just cognizant thought is the thing. Thank you for watching this video from Switched to Linux. This channel would not be possible without the backing of the program supporters scrolling on the screen now. You can be a supporter at Patreon at patreon.com/TOMM or at thinklifemedia.com. I also want to thank the open source community who creates such excellent software that makes producing this show possible. Please remember to support your software communities. Thank you, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux.